The NNSCRA Offline and Online Racing at its best presents Speed World. Stop number 4 on the Castrol GTX Cup Series brings us to Atlanta Motor Speedway as we're here today for the running of the for the running of the Quick Lane Motorcraft 500. As we're set for 50 laps of action on this 1.522 mile racetrack. This is the old Atlanta layout before the quad oval was even thought of. On this here today, we're running as 38 cars get ready to line up. Here's the starting lineup for today's running event. On the pole at 193 miles an hour, it is Phil Parker in car number 5, the Kellogg's Cornflakes Chevrolet. Beside him, the man who almost won at Richmond from the pole, he's driving the Maxwell House car number 22, the Pontiac. It's Dylan Poteet behind the wheel. Second row has Joshua Osborne. He has one of our 3 in-car cameras in today's event here at Atlanta. The number 8 Ray Bessis Ford. And also carrying a camera is Daniel Voiles in the 26 Quaker State Ford. He sits alongside. Third row has Quentin Moore, the Daytona 500 champion, a Citgo Ford car 21. And number 30, Zachary Fitzwater in the Pennzoil Pontiac. Going to row 4, it's number 1, Trent Dunham in the Skull Classic Ford. And number 24, DuPont Chevrolet, Caleb Fogler behind the wheel. Fogler coming off a solid 6th place run he had at Richmond. Going to row number 5, it's car 28, Keith Batts in Texaco Haviland Ford. Car 28, he has our third in-car camera. And beside him is number 33, Alex Miller in the Skull Bandit Chevrolet. 6th row has a pair of Fords. Number 6, Seth Cole in the Valvoline Ford. And number 11, Jessica Shelton in the Budweiser Ford. Next row down has number 4, Eric Monaco at the wheel of the Kodak Film Chevrolet. And number 43, Nathan Hudson, who won at Richmond, the STP Pontiac. Going to row number 8, it is car number 2, Dylan Young in the Miller Genuine Draft Ford. And number 41, Mitchell Hodak in the Meineke Chevrolet car 41. Next row down has number 3, Cole Beaver, the GM Goodwrench Chevrolet. And number 10 is Cat Batts in the Tide Ford. Here, Cat and Cole both had excellent runs to the last race at Richmond. Next row down has the Rockingham winner, Kyle Matthews in the Kodiak Chevrolet car 25. And number 71, it is Matt McIntyre, the Olive Garden Chevrolet. Next row down is number 9, Ryan Bromert at Orkin Ford. He's alongside number 40, Michael Turner in the Kendall Motor Oil Pontiac. Next row down has number 75. It is Zach Winkle in the Factory Source of America Ford. Number 75, he's alongside number 98, Emmanuel Hartnett in the Finger Hut Ford. Next row down is the Smokin' Joe's Ford, car 23. It is Eric Sadler behind the wheel of that machine. And number 16, Family Channel Ford. It is Ali Liara driving that machine. Next row down is number 42, Bryce Egan, the Meliella Pontiac. And number 18, Nathan Ormond in the Interstate Battery Chevrolet. Next row down has a pair of Fords. Number 7, Exide Ford. It is Paul Minnick behind the wheel and Colin Cropley in the Quality Care Ford car 15. Next row down has number 81, JT Bryant, the TIC Financial Services Ford. And number 19, Hooters Ford, Carson Gunn behind the wheel of that machine. Next row down has number 77, US Air Jasper Engines Ford. It is Laura Chung behind the wheel of that machine. And number 27, Joshua Sakuli in the McDonald's Ford. Next row down is number 12, Destin Bolin. His car's unsponsored, but he's driving a Ford. And number 17, Western Auto Chevrolet, Reggie Fogelman behind the wheel of that car. And starting shotgun is Wyatt Quayle in number 90. And number 31, Alex Hawkins in the Hardee's Chevrolet. And Wyatt Quayle driving the Heilig Myers Ford. So far we've had 3 different races and 3 different winners so far in the season. Let's see if we can continue the streak here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. The field of 38 cars lined up here at Atlanta for 50 laps of action. To see if we can go 4 for 4 this season. We'll see as the field awaits the command to fire the engines for the Quick Lane Motorcraft 500.
Gentlemen, start your engine!
Command giving the party engines as we're set for racing here today at Atlanta. Pace car is about to lead the field off of pit road, so we'll be back to start the race right after this. Field being led in the turn number 3 by the pace car here. Phil Parker and Dylan Poteet, the 2 cars on the front row here for this event. A pair of GM products. One's a Chevrolet, the other a Pontiac. And we got all Ford on the second row. Then a Ford Pontiac on the third row. Ford Chevrolet on the fourth row. And then Ford Chevrolet on the fifth row. And then all Ford on the sixth row. So the pace car comes off on the pit road as the green flag's about to fly. And the Quick Lane Motorcraft 500 is on. Joshua Osborne pushing Phil Parker out in front as they come off turn number 2. Listen to these cars. And the yellow flag is flown already to start this event off here in Atlanta. And it's the number 81 car, JT Bryant, coming on the pit road as the caution flag's already flown on the very first lap of this event, and he's already out of the race here. So we'll take a look at what happened. Bryce Egan appears to be also involved as well too. We'll be back for check and see what happened on replay. And I see the 71 car of Matt McIntyre right there. He appears to be trying to go to the inside lane to try to come on the inside lane, and yeah, right in front of the 42 car of Bryce Egan, and then Egan goes right into the 90 car of Wyatt Quayle right on the start of the race as well too. Apparently Matt McIntyre had a problem of some kind, and yeah, there's Matt McIntyre. Boy, how much bad luck can Matt McIntyre get in a season? How much can that happen to him? So Matt gets center punched by Bryce Egan. If that wasn't bad enough, he gets turned by Wyatt Quayle in the 90 car. Right into the wall goes the 71 Olive Garden Chevrolet. Like I said, Matt McIntyre having a very unlucky start to the season, to say the least, for the 71 car. And he hopes to get her to turn around in Atlanta. Well, around the very first lap in Atlanta, it didn't happen that way. So Matt McIntyre, I bet you he wants to get it all straightened up when we go to Darlington next on the tour for the Love's Travel Stop 500. So Phil Parker leads him down with Joshua Osborne second, Dylan Poteet third. Fourth position is Quentin Moore and Trent Dunhamson fifth. We'll be back for the restart right after this. Back at Atlanta Motor Speedway, 2 cars out of the race already. There's a 71 car of Matt McIntyre. He had a header failure is what happened to him, and then a camshaft failure is what knocked JT Bryant out of the race. Other than that, 36 cars left in the race, and all of them on the lead lap. So the pace car comes off on the pit road here. Let's try this again here at Atlanta. Green flag about to fly once again as the Quick Lane Motorcraft 500 back underway on lap number 6. So yeah, if you haven't figured it out already, this is a high RPM turning track at Atlanta Motor Speedway. This track is we often called one of the ones that's a engine builder's nightmare here at Atlanta Motor Speedway, because you're turning high RPMs on this track, and obviously you're worried about your engine blowing up about any time. Obviously, at a track like this, as we'll probably see in some of the in-car cameras here today. In fact, let's go to one right now. Give you an idea. Joshua Osborne running right there behind Phil Parker. Parker continues to lead this event. And there's Daniel Wilsgard. There's the tachometer right there smack in the middle of the dashboard. down to about 8400 RPMs in the middle of the corners here, and then goes into turn number 1. He's right behind Trent Dunham, right up, pretty much right on 9,000 RPMs going in turn number 1. Boyles down the back stretch he goes here. Again, about 9,000 RPMs going in turn 3. Boyles right now running in 5th position to Clipper State Ford. As Osborne moves up the track, gets moved up the track right there. He loses a spot to Trent Dunham, who now tries to go inside of Phil Parker for the lead. Boyles up to 3rd position now as Osborne gets moved up the track right now. Dylan Poteet and Quentin Moore both behind him. And here comes Dunham for the top spot in turn number 3. He goes, dips down, and he has the lead. So Trent Dunham goes to car number 1 goes to P1 here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Boyles in 2nd position, tries to go for 2nd position now. Seth Cole behind there. Also Eric Monaco. Quentin Moore dips down the low side, gets right in between Quentin Moore and the 4. Or Moore gets right in between Eric Monaco in the 4 and Caleb Fogler in the 24. There is Eric Monaco. He's currently clocked right now in 6th position. As Boyles and Parker still going side by side for 2nd place right there. Joshua Osborne trying to push Phil Parker. And Parker now moves back to 2nd position. Now see Parker tries to go for the lead once again. Down in turns 3 and 4 they come here. And what racing we're seeing here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. 190 plus miles an hour. Around this racetrack here and around this 1.522 mile oval here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. And Cole Deaver, you saw him in the 3 car, had to back off right there and falls back in the clutches of Jessica Shelton in the 11 car. There she is, the Budweiser machine. Jessica, 3 races so far this season, and she's been top 10 all 3 times so far in season 37. Jessica off to a pretty good start. She's tied for the points lead by way with Phil Parker coming into this event. So Jessica hopes to nab her first victory of the season here today, but we still got 36 laps to go this time by coming into the start-finish line. Kyle Matthews and Dylan Young bring out the rear. Nope, Cat Basson bring out the rear in this pack of cars right there. Mitchell Hodak hopes to join in on this bunch as well too in the 41 car. He's right there, relatively close behind the 10 car, but he's falling back a little bit right now. But he hopes to catch a sniff of the draft there. The Meineke Chevrolet. He runs right now 19th in the order. While Ryan Brommer and Emmanuel Hartnett side by side for 20th position, the 9 and 98 cars. A lot of Fords in the field here at Atlanta this season, in season 37. Ford engineers, of course, working very hard on their package here, obviously here for this season. And he hoped to do so again for season 38 as we go to the 1995 car set for Cut 98. The Hodak right now, let's see how far back he is to the copter cam. There is Cat Benson going to turn number 1. So yeah, there's the distance right there. Hodak not really far enough behind to try to behind to try to catch a draft off of the 10 car, so back in the front of the field right there, Seth Cole led his first lap the last time by. This time by, it was Eric Monaco leading his first lap of the race. And remember, you get 1 bonus point for leading a lap, and then you get 1 additional bonus points for the driver who leads the most laps in this season. And now, who's going to lead this lap between Eric Monaco and Quentin Moore? It's going to be Monaco again, the 4 car. Quentin Moore, the 21 car, driving the Morgan Shepherd colors, and Eric Monaco, the Morgan McClure car, number 4 car. That was the car Sterling Marlin drove in 1994. And Caleb Fogler now trying to put the Jeff Gordon colors up to the front spot right there here at Atlanta. Tries to make it. He had a shot. He had an idea of making it 3 wide, but thought better of it. Do 3 and 4, and he's going to push Quentin Moore, and Quentin Moore leads his first lap of the race. Seth Cole goes to 4th position, and Daniel Voiles trying to hold on to 5th as he and Trent Dunham go toe-to-toe now. So this pack is really broken up to the... this pack is really broken away, I should say, from the second pack of cars. There's the entire front pack right there. There you see Matthews, Zachary Fitzwater, Dylan Young, Cat Batson, Nathan Hudson, Alex Miller. And that second pack trying their darndest to try to catch up to the front pack. They really are trying their darndest. But just cannot muster enough speed to try to... They're at least even with the front pack as far as the speed is concerned. They're 189.7 in the part of Hodak to 189.8 to the part of Nathan Hudson. See how the comparison is between the 43 and 41 as time by. 190.29 for Hudson and 190.9 for Hodak. So... Let's think of the rear chase, or far chase, I should say. Yeah, he's in view of the pack right there, but he is trying to close up bigger than that, and he really is. Yeah, and there's the margin, the interval right there between the 43 and 41. It is almost 1.7 seconds between the 18th and 19th place machine right here. So, but right now, Quentin Moore, as of right now, holds the lead here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Battle for 3rd going on right now between Daniel Voiles in 26. Was between Daniel Voiles in 26 and Caleb Fogler in 24, but Fogler now pulls in behind Voiles now. You got Ford, Chevy, and Ford. Well, make that Ford, Chevy, Ford. In the top 5 is Seth Cole now tries to get by Phil Parker. Here comes Monaco again to the low side to try to get the lead back. No dice that time by as they go into turn number 1. Almost halfway home. One caution that happened right at the start of the race. Let's remember between Wyatt Quayle, Bryce Egan, and Matt McIntyre. Eric Monaco going for the lead in car number 4. Voiles though doing a good job pushing Quentin Moore. Roof cam from Daniel Voiles' machine, the Quaker State Ford. You listen to that engine, now you see why I said Atlanta is an engine builder's nightmare. Now these cars are, as we saw in the RPMs earlier, when the in-car camera of this very car here no lower than about 8,400 RPMs and up to about 9,000 RPMs going into the turn. Especially if you're in the draft like he is right now behind the 21 of the car of Quentin Moore, as he and Eric Monaco continue to drag race side by side for the top spot. Now Monaco trying to be pushed by the 24 car. There it is of Caleb Fogler. And he's going to push Monaco to the lead that time by. Monaco led that lap. That was number 27 on the board. And there's the view from Joshua Osborne's perspective in car number 8. The roof cam from that Ray Best's machine. He is running 8th right now. And there's the cockpit view from the Ray Best's Ford again, about 9,000 RPMs out of Joshua Osborne's car, and he drops down about 8,100 to 8,000 RPMs actually. You heard Joshua had to snap off the throttle a little bit. Bryce Egan just up ahead in that 42 car. So lap traffic being... So they're trying to encounter lap traffic here. Seth Cole goes inside of Caleb Fogler. You saw that right there from Osborne's perspective. So let's see how they're going to negotiate the lap traffic. When they get to Bryce Egan, there he is in that 42 Millie yellow car. Through turns number 3 and 4 they go here. Eric Monaco, the Kodak Film Chevrolet, out in front. Fogler trying to go for second place on Quentin Moore. And Monaco gets by Egan. Here comes Fogler. Fogler gets by now. He and Seth Cole had the inside lane. Quentin Moore hung up behind the 42 machine. Now Keith Batson in the 28 car. Nope. Morton says no. Moore says, nuh-uh, Keith, I'm going to squeeze in front of you. But Keith Batson does go in the top 5 for the first time here today. He's up to 5th position now in the 28 car. Trent Dunham goes into 6th. Deaver to 7th. Here comes Shelton for 8th, and she's got it. As she gets by Voiles. Voiles, Parker, Osborne, Pote, and Fitzwater hung up behind. Now Jessica Shelton with the help of Kyle Matthews, Dylan Young, Nathan Hudson, and Cat Benson. Now Shelton has moved up the track now. Kyle Matthews goes low side. And meantime, that second pack right there, they are not making any headway at all. In fact, they dropped big time now, almost over 3 seconds now between the. Yeah, I'm gonna need some. I'm gonna need to do some work right there on the AI on this right there. Crazy. So the front pack of cars, and 3 wide in turn number 1 between Miller, Osborne, and Parker, and Osborne in a very vulnerable position right now in the number 8 machine as he and Pote and Bryce Egan. Egan again is a lap down. If you're in a lap car, you want to try to get out of everybody's way with there, especially the leaders when they hit up. When they come up near you. And now Phil Parker falls in behind Zachary Fitzwater in the 30 machine. And Bryce Egan now, he pretty much is out of the way out of the front pack of cars. Meantime, Caleb Fogler led the last time by over Eric Monaco. So Caleb Fogler puts the Jeff Gordon colors out in front. DuPont Chevrolet leading him down now, but here comes Quentin Moore for the number 1 spot now in the number 21 machine. Moore takes the position away from Fogler. Here comes Fogler back, and Quentin Moore led the last time by. That was number 36 on the board. 14 to go. Here at Atlanta Motor Speedway, as we're down to the final stages of this event. 2 Fords in the inside lane, 2 Chevrolets on the outside. And you got a Ford pushing a Chevy and a Chevy pushing a Ford here. Cole Deaver, who hails out of the state of Georgia, but he's actually more near the Georgia-Florida line, actually. So Daytona's really more of Deaver's home track, but this is his home state he's in here in Georgia. And he would like to pull one off here for the fans here at Atlanta Motor Speedway, but he is up to 5th position on the Dale Earnhardt colors. Deaver to the low side, tries to get past Monaco. He's pushing Keith Batson now in the 28 car, the Texaco Haviland Ford. That was close there between Batson and Fogler that time by. And Quentin Moore moves up the track here, and he leaves room for Batson. Batson for the lead on Quentin Moore. Batson has it in the turn number 3 now, and Cole Deaver trying to shove him. And meantime, Moore Has momentum off that fourth corner. Let's see what happens that time by. Batson is going to lead his first lap of the race. 11 laps to go here at Atlanta. Keith Batson, former series champion, looking for his first ever win. Or looking for his first victory of the season, I should say. Batson's won here before at Atlanta. Deaver to the low side. Matthews shoving him. Dylan Young up there. Jessica Shelton. Alex Miller. They're all getting into it. 10 laps to go here in the Quick Lane Motorcraft 500. A tremendous race so far. Average speed so far after 40 laps, 157.503 miles an hour. Fastest lap of the race so far. Eric Monaco, almost 195 miles an hour, 194.886 miles an hour. His fastest lap. Deaver trying for the lead here as he tries to suck up to the back end of Batson's car. Matthews, meantime, trying to shove him. Here comes Dylan Young to the side, two of the Coasters guys. Side by side, here comes Matthews on the outside of the track here. Tries to get past Deaver off the second turn. Remember, the high side lane gives you a little bit more momentum and more straightaway speed here. Even though it's the longest way around the track, it gives you more straightaway speed and more momentum. And they come off the fourth turn here. Deaver holds off the challenge for the time being. Now that was 42 laps on the board, 8 laps remaining. Zach Winkle currently right now 19th on the board. Reggie Fogelman running 20th. 21st is Carson Gunn, which, as we look into the second half of the pack. Mitchell Hodak is in there in 22nd. Then Ryan Brommer, Eric Sadler in the 23 car. Ali Liara, Colin Cropley. I bet you he wants a crew change after all this, too. He's 26 right now. Michael Turner is in there. Emmanuel Hartnett. Laura Chung, Destin Bowen, Joshua Sekuli. 31 car, Alex Hawkins in there, as well as Paul Minnick in the 33 car. There's Wyatt Quayle in the 34th position. Yeah, they're gonna. I said those cars are gonna be doing some testing before we hit Darlington next on the tour for the Love's Travel Stop 500. Meantime, Keith Batson, with now 6 laps remaining, has the lead, but Cole Deaver still trying to close that number 3 machine. He's got Kyle Matthews behind him. Dylan Young is in 4th position. Here comes Shelton for 4th. Off the second turn they come here. Deaver up on the back bumper now of Batson. Ford in first, being followed by 2 Chevrolets in second and third. And you got a Ford in 4th. And you got a Ford in 5th. Right now 5th and 6th position both. Dylan Young to the low side. Going to try to spoil the party for Kyle Matthews. Matthews up on the high side again. Trying to get by Deaver. He's trying to get a high line working. Batson says, nuh-uh, I saw you go up there. Dylan Young then takes a peek inside of Deaver now. That's for second. Deaver to the low side. Here comes Cole Deaver for the lead. 3 laps remaining. Got a Robert Yates car on the high side and a Richard Childress car on the low side now. Ford versus Chevrolet for the win here in Atlanta. Deaver to the low side, sticks the nose out. Here comes Batson fighting back on the outside now with 2 laps to go. Deaver leads his first lap. Car number 3, the GM Goodwrench Chevrolet out in front. Here comes Batson back on the outside. He gets loose. Here comes Quentin Moore for the lead, for second position, I should say. He's not out of this yet. Poteet's not out of this yet in the 22 car. So start finish line to come. The white flag is going to wave. 1 lap remaining in Atlanta. Cole Deaver trying to hold them all off. Does any of the cars in the back here have anything for that number 3 car? Off the second turn now. Batson has second position now. But I don't think he's got anything for that number 3 car. He's trying to close. Batson to the low side right there, but he's not going to have enough. Off turn number 4, and the Quick Lane Motorcraft 500 belongs to the GM Goodwrench team. Cole Deaver wins in Atlanta. Cole Deaver takes the Dale Earnhardt colors to victory lane here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Second place to Keith Batson. Third to Dylan Young. Fourth to Quentin Moore. And Dylan Poteet finishes in 5th. And Caleb Vogler comes home 6th. 7th to Kyle Matthews. 8th to Jessica Shelton. 9th to Zachary Fitzwater. And Daniel Voiles finishes in 10th position. Average speed 162.435 miles an hour. Boy, Cole Deaver had to play Intimidator on that one, and he was at his intimidating best here. Cole Deaver wins here today at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Gave you the top 10 already. 11th on down, Alex Miller finishes in 11th position. 12th to Eric Monaco. 13th to Phil Parker. 14th, Nathan Hudson. Seth Cole finishes 15th. Him and Joshua Osborne both drop back. Seth Cole finishes 15th. Osborne 16th. 17th to Cat Batson. 18th, Trent Dunham. 19th, Zach Winkle. 20th goes to Reggie Fogelman. 21st, Carson Gum. 22nd, Ryan Brommer. Mitchell Hodak, 23rd. 24th goes to Michael Turner. Colin Cropley, 25th. 26th goes to Ali Liara. Emmanuel Harton at 27th. And 28th to Joshua Sakuli. Rest of the order here, 29th on down, Eric Sadler, 29th, Destin Bowen, 30th, Laura Chung, 31st, 32nd, Paul Minnick, 33rd, Alex Hawkins, 34th, Wyatt Quayle, he was the last car to finish on the lead lap. Bryce Egan, the only car to finish a lap down in 35th position. 3 cars out of race. Nathan Ormond had a header failure that dropped him out. He finishes 36th, and Matt McIntyre, same problem, 37th. And JT Bryant will finish last with a camshaft failure. So that will do it here today at Atlanta Motor Speedway here. Congratulations once again to Cole Deaver, the winner of the Quick Lane Motorcraft 500. If you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. We got everything on this channel. We got in our races. We got gaming videos. We got in our online videos. Whatever president of the NNSCRA Seth Cole desires to have for his channel. Be sure to check out Seth's Duracell Cup Series, the main series on his channel. And also be sure to check out his Xfinity Series, the Duracell Ultra Light Series. And if you want in on future seasons of either the Duracell Cup Series or the Duracell Ultra Light Series, be sure to get with Seth and he will get you going on that. And also be sure to check out our other channels that the NNSCRA community does here, including the We the Coasters channel, a channel from Kyle Matthews and Dylan Young. If you are a roller coaster / amusement park / fanatic, then be sure to check out the We the Coasters channel. You will not regret doing so. So that will do here today at Atlanta Motor Speedway here. For now, this is James Clausen. Has been a production of the NNSCRA, offline and online racing at its best. We'll see you at Darlington, South Carolina for the Love's Travel Stop 500. Here, catch you later.